Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how I plan on doing my assessments using Google Forms. One of the big issues with Google Forms is it doesn't really have a nice ability to do math, but you can see that I was able to kind of quickly and easily get some math type into my test, right? Graphs and the like, right, all show up in the test, right? And so the way that I'm doing that, and you might have been familiar with this a little bit, there is an extension called EquatIO, okay? So if you just go to Google and you type in EquatIO Google extension, okay? The first option here is the EquatIO extension in the Google Play Store, which you can then add to Chrome. Mine's already there, so you don't see it. But you can add to Chrome, okay, and it'll show up, but it might not show up as a button. Okay, if you want to pin it, again, you can click on the puzzle piece and hit the pin next to EquatIO if you want to see that it's there. Okay, when you do that, if you go into a Google form, and I believe this also works for Sheets and Google Docs, you can see that there's now a button next to all of my text entries, right? So I can actually see the equation button now showing up next to all of my text entries. So for example, if this problem right here, if I didn't want it to be just text as it is now, what I can do is click on the blue button on the right, okay, and it will bring up the extension on the bottom of the screen here. Okay, there it is. Okay, and this gives you several options to type in your information. So the first one is just the regular old equation editor, right? So I could just type this in as x plus 11 and x minus 11, okay? And just to kind of show you some of the features, if you want to do squares, you can just use the shift 6 key, right? The caret up, right? And it will kind of intuitively do that. Parentheses all work, brackets all work. If I type in pi, for example, it knows that I want pi, right? So I can do that. If I type in sqrt, right, it knows that I want square root symbol, right? So it's very easy and intuitive to type stuff in. I needed for this particular test the infinity symbol, so I just typed in infinity, right, and that pops up. And I was very quickly able to access a lot of those features. So I'm going to get rid of all this so you can just see a normal one. So if I take this x plus 11, x minus 11, all I have to do is click Insert Math. Okay, and that will basically create a small picture. It will automatically upload that to your Google account, and then it will attach the picture. I've just been sitting here. I didn't do any of that. Okay, and then what you can do with this is just get rid of the text, and it'll just show up as option 1 in that case, right? And so you can use that for any of your questions as well as any of your answer choices, right? So I did a couple of checkbox problems down here somewhere, right, where they had to check everything that applies. Right, so you can use that. You can do short answer for some. Right, the nice thing is it also does graphs. So you can see that for this problem, if I wanted to, I can click on the equation button. Okay, and down here at the bottom, you have a couple other options. So just to show you the other equation options, one of them is handwriting, right? So if I wanted to, I could write on here. I'm not sure why that's missing at the moment, but you can write in this space here, right? And it will interpret your words, what you're writing over on the right hand side before you insert. I've never used the audio recording one, but apparently it will also allow you to do audio recording. And here's the one I think that's probably also useful is you can directly insert a Desmos equation graph into your Google form as well. So if I did something like y equals x squared minus 5, right, and then I zoomed out a little bit and said, okay, that's what I want it to look like. If I click Insert Graph, you can see that it will, again, take a second, open up the screens automatically for me, attach the document that I want, right, and I'm just sitting here doing a whole lot of nothing, and there it is, right? So if you need to quickly include a graph, right, you can do something like that. Okay, so this is very helpful, I found, in order to get things quickly into a form as equations. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.